Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of E01. And so, as we've been discussing over the past episodes, we've been trying to compare marriage and project management, and we've just been trying to have fun, considering the differences and the similarities. So today, we continue with the planning phase of our marriage or of our project. Now, one thing I would want us to consider today is what is called templates. And so in project management, usually you have what is called the organizational process assets, which contains templates or historical information which you could depend on in working on your project. And so it could be that with all the various parts of the project you are planning, there could be previous templates that have been used in your organization, and so you fall on them to plan your projects. Now, I want to draw our attention to doing that in marriage. Now, when planning your marriage, one thing you want to be very careful about is picking a template and then planning your marriage based on that. Like we keep saying always, no two relationships or no two marriages are the same. And so you don't want to go pick a template and then, as it were, copy and paste to run your marriage. You guys are unique. You and your spouse are unique. And so chances are that whatever has worked for another couple might not necessarily work for you. As I always say, it is good to take a cue from different marriages, but you need to define your own terms and conditions in your marriage. And so when you are planning your marriage, be very careful of just lifting templates or things you've seen in other marriages and trying to paste that in your own marriage for it to work for you. So, for example, if you had a father who would say maybe want to eat fufu every morning, it doesn't mean that that template should be copied into your marriage and tell your wife that, okay, if you can't grant me the luxury of eating fufu every morning, then as per my father's template, you are not a good wife. It wouldn't work that way. And so you would want to sit down with your stakeholder, or your spouse, to define your own template or modify whatever you've learned from other marriages. That is the way to go, because remember, projects usually produce unique services, products, or results. You are unique, you are expected to produce unique results. You don't necessarily go copy and paste. You might find yourself in a lot of trouble. And so when trying to plan your marriage, one key thing you want to focus on is to read wide, learn things that have worked, and then tailor it to your specific situation. So tailor it to you and your spouse and how you think that you can make it work in that regard. Always remember, don't just go blindly copy templates from other marriages and try to paste it in your marriage as you plan your marriage. Try to tailor whatever you've learned, whatever you've heard, and ensure that it fits into your situation. It fits into the marriage you are trying to plan. So, for example, if your father gave birth to 4, doesn't necessarily mean that you should want to give birth to 4. It has to be discussed between you and your spouse. If your marriages you know about has the wife doing, say, the laundry and doing all the cooking and all, doesn't necessarily mean that that won't work for your marriage. You need to do what I call tailoring, and so try to see what works for both of you and then go with it. Thanks for staying with us on this episode as well. Always remember that no two relationships are the same. Catch you on the next episode. Cheers.